Hello, everyone. I'm António Enriquez de Silva, and I'm the chairman of IPAX, the Agency for Private Investment and Export Promotion of Angola. It's a great pleasure for us to be part of this event, and we will be doing a presentation on Angola, the investment opportunities, and the challenges that we have. The content of this presentation will cover the role of IPEX, Angola as a growing regional hub, foreign investors doing business in Angola, and the opportunities to invest in assets or companies undergoing privatization, and also with the final remarks. Angola, it's been characterized for the last 4 years with a strong reforms that His Excellency President João Lourenço's government is undergoing, that are giving a huge contribution to a positive change in the perception of Angola from, let's say, from the side of investors in foreign countries, but also internally, since we had to deal with issues like corruption, bureaucracy, and also the efficiency of government institutions. On the other hand, we are also noticing the strengthening of Angola regional leadership, where His Excellency President João Lourenço is playing an important role as a mediator and promoter of stability and peace and security in our region. Since we are also living in very difficult times because of the COVID pandemic, Angola has also been capable to have this situation under control, and by being able to provide assistance to fellow citizens, and also by administering vaccines countrywide since March 1st from the different manufacturers like AstraZeneca, Sputnik, Pfizer, and Sinopharm. The reforms that are ongoing in terms of the business environment, since we want to be able to promote a more and more favorable and competitive environment for investors, with the creation of a single window service that we call the investment gateway, or in Portuguese, Janela Único de Investimento, we are also able to streamline processes in order to become a more friendly country in terms of investment destination. It is also important here to highlight that Angola as a country had to have a strong institution like IPAX that plays an important role in how to support investors. Please, next. In that sense, with the creation of IPEX, one of the main objectives was to improve the business environment, to promote competition and productivity, to support national production and industrialization of the country, to promote export diversification and raising trade. As part of the core businesses of Ipex, we are entitled to register and monitor the implementation of private investment proposals, to coordinate institutional support between the public sector and the investors, and also to promote the increase of efficiency while implementing policies and programs for import substitution, growth of export. We are also entitled to ensure the development of the competitiveness of national companies, and as well to assist them in their internationalization efforts. Next, Angola, as a country, it's playing increasing role as a hub in the sub-region. Well, we are establishing industries and serving as a preferred gateway. Of course, those objectives can only be achieved if we invest in infrastructure. And this is why the government of Angola has been allocating huge amounts of resources to develop Angola's transportation sector. As part of those efforts, and because of our privileged location for travel and trade between the transit routes between Brazil, Portugal, China, we are also playing here an important role that we believe is going to project Angola in the next couple of years as a preferred destination. In terms of the objectives, Ipex was created to support clustering collocation of economies, as well as an investment attraction towards regional industrialization. We are entitled to assist in the boost of the diversification between and transformation of structural transformation of the country and other economies in the region. We are entitled to harmonize between industrial parks, free zones, and link them with the trade and logistic channels. In that effort, we need to leverage the benefits of the free zones, which hold the ideal conditions and support services, therefore compensating the weakness of the existing investment climate. We are also entitled to promote the use of local input products and value added processing, manufacturing, to claim the rules of origin. In terms of a selection of companies that have chosen Angola as a location, we have next a set of important international companies that represent foreign investors that have chosen Angola to become a strategic partner for the Angolan development, and of course in their own benefit. They have introduced into our market new solutions with a high set of standards. There is a list here that we want to share with you of companies, multinational companies, both from from the West, from Europe, from Asia, from the US, and as you can see, those companies are flagships in their sectors, and we of course wish to have more and more companies. And of course, Singapore is also a country that in a market that we want to see represented in Angola. We also give an extreme importance to extreme importance to digital technology, where subsectors like the biosecurity could help us in terms of the measures that, according to the current COVID situation, to continue to highlight the importance of digital services. More innovation is also expected to further disrupt the sector due to inevitable advances. As part of a government strategy to have this private sector playing a more important role in the economy, a set of companies are part of the privatization program, which is going to be happening in the third and fourth quarter of this year. There is a list of the companies like TV Cabo, Multitel, Net1, Angola Cables. They are all they are all part of the privatization program. And as you can see, we have some KPIs of those companies so that you can look at them into more detail and see as an investment opportunity what the country has to offer. Next, in terms of the finance sector, the finance sector is critical to accelerate the diversification of our economy, and in any part of the world. And of course, Angola is not an exception, and the efficiency of the finance sector, it's a key and important element of an economy. And therefore, and as part of the privatization program, we also have companies from the insurance, banks, and the other services that have been part also of the privatization program of the government. So here also you have a list of those companies like ENSA, BCI, Caixa Angola, and BAE, and the conditions under which they are being privatized. Next, regarding the manufacturing, we also consider in that sector, since manufacturing is experiencing a tremendous growth. And if you look at Angola as a regional hub, and if you look at the potential of the markets like the neighboring countries like Congo and the region itself, SADC region, where we are talking about more than 400 million potential consumers. So having a place like Angola, where with the reforms we can notice positive change and impact on how business is being conducted, of course, setting up a strong base on manufacturing and the capacity that it's implemented, and we want to see increasing. And we are sharing here with you since July 2020 the number of proposals that business proposals that Ipex has registered, 208 proposals submitted that will be creating 26,618 new jobs, and a total value in kwanzas of 56,636 million of kwanzas in turnover. So those companies are assets that are scheduled to be privatized again on the third and fourth quarter. And the companies are in different sectors. We are talking about agribusiness like Biacom, the cement, Sim Angola, and Son Angola, which is a company in oil and gas. It's a flagship company of Angola, and with a wide portfolio of holdings and assets in multiple economic sectors, and with international partnerships and presence in all continents. Next, as a final remarks, we consider Angola as an advantageous geostrategic country in terms of its location that makes an ideal industrial hub and a gateway for the region. If we take in account that Africa, with the free trade agreement, continental agreement, with the existence of 1.2 billion inhabitants, with all the opportunities that those countries and the market with a majority of a young population represents, with the stability, the ongoing reforms, we really think that Angola is there to start playing an important role, and even to highlight its role in the future, that with consistency, and of course counting in countries and partners like Singapore, with an approach that is seen in a win-win relationship, will definitely enable us to grow, but also enable the Singapore business people to expand their interest to a new frontier. And of course, it's one we consider that it's the next one in terms of future, and where investment is welcome. Ongoing investment in infrastructure, urban planning, manufacturing, digitalization, and finance need more players on the ground to speed up delivery and to set new world standards. And again, if we consider the returns on investment that are possible to be achieved in countries like Angola or even countries in the region, while prospects in other regions in the world are not as, let's say, interesting in terms of opportunities, with the reforms that I've mentioned already, we believe that the country is getting more and more ready to attract investment. This can certainly be realized in partnerships with investors from Singapore, Southeast Asia, and beyond, especially where business ambitions align with the strategic development of our country. Once again, we thank you very much for the opportunity, and we are open to the Q&A session if there's one to still be able to discuss in more detail the topics that we have presented you. Thank you very much.